Hello, I am Henry Grindheim from Norway. I am the international president for Wise Men for this period, lasting from July the 1st this year until 30th of June next year. I have been a member of Wise Men since the autumn of 1991. I am a member of a club called Østenstad, just outside Oslo, and I have served in various positions in Wise Men before I became international president. Let me also add that I was a mentor for Region Russia from 2009 until 2016, and through this mentor role I visited Russia many times, and I have got a lot of good friends in Russia, which is always very nice to meet again. When you are an international president, you have to take part in a lot of international arrangements, international conventions and meetings. And this autumn we had a meeting called International Council Meeting in Las Vegas in Nevada in the United States. This meeting lasted for about 5 days, and after that we had an area convention where I had the honor to be officially installed as international president by my good friend, the former past international president Finn Pedersen, also coming from Norway. This council meeting is a place where we discuss the future of Wise Men, where we also adjust the laws and the guidelines, the constitutions, and where we also discuss in small groups what we are going to work on in my time. Or not only in my time, but also in the years to come. As a motto for my IP term, I've chose "Let us walk in the light together," which is I found that phrase in the Holy Script in the Bible, and it inspired me because when I'm international president, one of my duties is to try to make as best as I can all the various areas and regions to walk in the same direction. And I also have a slogan named "Fellowship Across the Borders," because this is what I really feel when I am traveling around the world, meeting wise men in various countries, in various regions. I feel that even though I come from Norway, they come from Russia, or they come from Japan, or wherever, Taipei, Taiwan, or the United States, we share the same fellowship. We are all members of a big family, the Wise Men International family, and I feel that there are no borders which complicate us, so we have a very, very good fellowship. At the council meeting we discussed some things which I think would be interesting for you to know in the organizing of Wise Men, because one of we call them motions, which were accepted or carried there, says that you don't need to be more than 5 members now to establish a club. This has been a challenge many places, because before it was 15 members, and now it is easier to charter a club. But there are some limitations also on this, because you are not allowed to vote in a election, or when we have the votings, before you are 15 members in a club. So you can have a club, but you have to need to have 15 members if you wish to participate in the voting. We also took up or decided to some new, we call them time of fast projects, some international projects which we support all over the world. Each year we decide to select a group, a number of new projects to replace some others, and those projects we collect money to throughout the year. They are located all over the world in the various areas which we have within Weizmann: Europe, Asia, Africa, and so on. Another project which you probably know well about is what we call Rollback Malaria. That was a project which was implemented about 10 years ago, first just for 1 year, but it turned out to be so successfully that Weizmann International a few years ago decided that they would continue this project for some more years, and we decided at this International Council meeting that it should continue up to 3 more years, because it's a very popular project. It is easy to measure, has an appeal among Weizmann, and we have also managed to collect quite substantial amounts to be used in this, to donate, to help to prevent and help to stop the malaria. This is in fact a project we also work on together with the United Nations and the International Red Cross. What we also need to look at the challenge in the Weizmann movement is the decline in membership. Not every place, but the total numbers of Weizmann has gone down for a few years, and my aim is, or my goal is to increase this, and we have to, I hope we can be able to increase it by 5% in my term as IP on a general basis. What we see is that in some of the, we call them the old Weizmann nations or regions, membership are going down, but in some of the new ones, they are increasing. It is also a fact that in many of these old regions, people are getting older and older, while in some of the new regions we have young, vital members who get inspiration and also make it possible to grow. So I really hope that we shall be able to increase our membership figures in my term. But it's not only important to have new members. I also think we have a subject which we call membership conservation within Weizmann, and that means that when you have become a new member, you should be taken care of. You should feel that you are included in the club you are a member of. So membership conservation, to take care of and include new members, is also very, very important, so we can keep our members as members. As you know, Weizmann are represented in more than 60 regions or countries all over the world, and the intention when Weizmann started was to be a service club for the YMCA. That was the reason behind the Weizmann establishment in 1922. Today we try to work as best as we can with the YMCA on a local level. My intention or my hope is to inspire regions or areas to improve their relationships and the joint cooperation with YMCA all over the world. It varies from region to region. Some places it works very well, some other places it doesn't work so good. So this is a thing I like to put focus on, to improve our work with YMCA. I also mentioned that the Wise Men movement started as a sort of service club for the YMCA. That happened way back in 1922, and in a few years now, just 5 years from now, we will celebrate a 100th anniversary for Wise Men International. And it is very important that we plan, and that we also plan for the years after 2022. That's why we have now established a group, we call it a task force, called towards 2022 and beyond, because we need to put focus on and to find a strategy for us to work in Wise Men in those coming 5 years, but also in the years after 2022. But it is today we have to plan and find the leaders who will be our leaders in 10 or 15 years ahead. So towards 2022 and beyond is a very, very important part of the Wise Men work in the years to come, and it is also one of the things I am very, very busy with, which I like to be involved in.